hiatus. We're going to try something totally random here. A few weeks ago, I bought this 30 seconds of endless loop. This is an old cassette tape for answering machines. So it just keeps going around and around and around. And so I thought we'd try recording, laying down a track of like maybe 30 seconds or 15 seconds of just dinging on this bell here, and then play along with it. Maybe we can just make some crap up or of a kind. And so this is my a tape recorder. I bought this in the 90s, like maybe 1995. It still works great. And so we will, it's not a flawless looper, but it works. So we'll do roughly 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, let's get started here. So we're just doing some dinging here. You can see the ding dong stuff here. Ding dong. So this is like a total lo-fi experiment. We need to go about 30 seconds. Oh, let's try that. And let's see what, if anything, came out. It hurts. Sorry. Well, why isn't this working? This is totally lo-fi. You play a band, huh? Welcome, Trace. Yeah, let's try another track. So if you're, yeah, let's just try another track. 30 seconds. Seems like the stream is clear. Let's put the pause on. So I have the microphone hooked up right on the bottom here. And so it gets like a clear dinging sound. So if you're on headphones, this is going to be like really, it might be really loud. So let's go give it another try. So I guess the trick is you gotta stop the video, stop the recorder while not stopping the music. And then and then so maybe we'll just try a different kind of a. All right, let's try that. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter, right? This is just some random BS, you know, that we're working with. Okay, let's just Hade Wolf. I do talk vids. Yes, I do talk vids. So let's just take it off of here. Let's see what we got. So we're just trying some lo-fi stuff. I got this idea while on break to do lo-fi music, but I have to do a major decluttering. Bye. So let's just see. This is like an endless looper. There's no sharps or flats on this one. But what do you expect from like a $4 thrift store xylophone? It'd be nice if the tape recorder was better, you know, if it wasn't so noisy, but maybe I can work on that. I'm sure this could all be done electronically. What's the fun in that, right? I do have a electronic digital recorder. It'd be interesting to see if I watch this on the playback to see just what the cacophony of noise was that you guys are hearing, because I have no idea what you are hearing. Except for that break in the tape. This is getting me thinking here. You know, if I had to take this microphone and I run it through like a delay pedal or a distortion pedal, I might be able to get some other really interesting sounds. harmonicas that I have. I do have a harmonica. I could try that. Well, you know what? I've been on for 10 minutes. That's probably enough time. I think I'm going to cut it off here. I'll try something more random later. Maybe something not so random. My regular guest canceled out on me today, and so, anyways, I got some chores to do outside. I got a major decluttering project to do this week. Rearrange my space in here. Get my electric guitar out of storage. Get a mixer board out of storage. I wonder if I can hook a mixer board directly into this phone and make it work, because at this point in time I don't really have a computer to hook things up with. You know, that might be able to work on that output. We'll see. Then I got a whole bunch of guitar effects pedals. See, I might be able to do something like interesting. Well, anyways, thank you for everybody who pushed the like button, for everybody who pushed the subscribe button, and maybe for a few months I will do some lo-fi music like this. It's not good music. I mean, I have no claim to say that I'm like some master musician or anything like that. No. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not that. Not a master musician. But we could do some AI poetry. Let's do that. Maybe I can try that. Let's try it. Just do one more thing. Some chat GDP poetry. And let's turn the mic function on and say, and let's do, we got 5 people watching, 5 likes while visiting this site. Okay. Can you write me a poem in the style of Big Papa E meets Raymond Carver using these prompts? Knowledge, lo-fi music, by, ya, never mind, oh yeah. The second power, the sun is shining, brick wall view, the sun sets, telephone wire, birds singing, the pest, and let's let the first line be, what did I just hear? Okay, let's do that. Let's go last line. I'm going to change that to last line. Let the last line be, what did I just hear? All right. Let's do this thing. Knowledge sits in the corner, a busted radio hum, lo-fi music leaking through the static of another Tuesday. But yay, bye, yay, never mind. You said it like a shrug, like the world's too heavy to carry in small talk. Oh yeah, the second power of maybe is forgetting to care. The sun is shining on a brick wall view. It didn't mean much, but it's still light. The sun sets slow behind telephone wires, birds singing like they got no bills to pay. The pest keeps coming, a thought, a memory, a face in the cracked glass of a bathroom mirror. You say something soft. I nod like I understand. Silence stretches a thin blue thread between two tired souls. And then what? A sound, a whisper through the dust, a radio glitch, a bird maybe, a truth maybe. What did I just hear? Um, yeah, let's rewrite it as a beat poem. That's not it's rewrite as a beat, a beat poem, and throw in a little Allen Ginsberg. No, yeah, that's right. How do you spell Jack Kerouac? Allen. Yeah, let's go Allen Ginsberg. If you're in school, you won't hear anything from Allen Ginsberg. What did I just hear? Knowledge drips from the ceiling like rain in an empty apartment. Slow, lo-fi beat blending, bleeding from a cracked phone speaker. Some kid mumbling, bye, yeah, never mind. But no one, to everyone, to the static. Oh, yeah? The second power of love is exhaustion. I'm charged up on lukewarm coffee and half remembered dreams. The sun is shining on the brick wall view like a cheap miracle. Gold paint peeling off the sky. Telephone wires hum psalms for the sleepless. Birds sing like broke down prophets, all beak, no savings account, and somewhere behind the pest of my own thoughts, I hear the city coughing up its morning. The sun sets, not tragic, just tired. Light folds itself like a goodbye note. Someone down the hall is laughing or crying. Same sound these days. I breathe in the dust of everything undone, watch it shimmer, pretend it's holy, and then, through the noise, the hum, the heartbeat of the world, I saw, I swear, I hear the universe whisper, soft, cracked, curious. What the F did I just hear? Okay, let's just do another one here. All right. What will that line be? Let's let the line be through the refrigerator hum. I hear, write me another poem in the style of Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, and William Burroughs. A beat poem, slow like a river roar, using these prompts. Curious, the world, the universe whispers and clicks and growls. The cursing sounds like apples falling from the sky. I hear someone crying. Light folds itself like a note in the dryer. I see the notes of a xylophone playing tears, waving goodbye. I see a notebook full of surprises. I see my face in a shattered mirror on the ground, fragments flowing every which way down the drain. And the last line is, what the F was that? All right, let's see what it comes up with. I actually almost wrote the poem myself right there. What the F was that? Let's do it. Okay, what the F was that? Curious, the world rolls over in its sleep. Curious, the world. Let's see if we can do two at the same time here. Let's turn the lo-fi back on. All right, that might be too much noise for you, so I'm just gonna try it this way. We're gonna be like, you can imagine if this was a beat poetry reading, that this was the bongo drums. Maybe we got the bongo drums. What the F was that? Curious, the world rolls over in its sleep, twitching, dreaming, electric, the universe whispering to itself in Morse code, in clicks, in growls, in small animal sighs beneath the refrigerator hum in the sky. The curious sounds like apples falling from the sky, each one a thud of regret. Soft bruises of language rotting in the grass of our mouths. I hear someone crying in the alley behind the neon bar of lost verbs. It could be me. It could be me. It could be the rain trying to apologize again. Light folds itself like a note in the dryer. Wrinkled truth spinning in circles. Smelling faintly of ozone and heartbreak. I see the notes of the xylophone playing tears on an invisible keyboard, each note a hand waving from a train, waving goodbye from a train you didn't mean to miss. I see a notebook full of surprises, pages tattooed with fingerprints of ghosts, coffee stains like the galaxies where forgotten words orbit the rim of consciousness. I see my face, shattered mirror on the ground, fragments flying down the drain, each shard humming a different version of me, each version lying, each lie trying to sound like a prayer. The street light flickers, the world hiccups, the night coughs up another dream, and somewhere in the static belly of everything, a voice, a pulse, a question, how, through broken teeth. What the fuck was that? Hey, that's not bad. Is there anybody coming to the chat or no? Is that all done? That's all done, huh? Okay. Let's go back into chat GDP. That's kind of fun, don't you think? I'll just leave that hanging out there. All right, how about we do another one? Another one of surprises. Another poem spinning into itself, spinning around and around and around. Another poem of boredom for you out there in the zone of the ozone heartbreak invisible xylophone, waving goodbye to the missus, waving and crying, the sounds of apples and pears falling from the sky, each one a thud of regret. Soft bruises model the skin, black, blue, from that thing you kicked your toe on. A woodpecker in the tree, dotting and dashes, sending messages and Morse code to the woodpecker in another tree. Curious. I'm curious about this thought. Rolling over in sleep, twitching, dreaming, electric like a guitar through a tube amp. That low growl distortion that only a marshal can make. An animal lives under the refrigerator. I can't get it out. It doesn't belong there. But it sings at night with the refrigerator, humming to the static in the night. I hear poetry in the rain on the roof, the pitter patter of the water falling from the sky like light peeling from a bad paint job. The birds line up on a telephone wire. The city coughs up goo from its lungs. The lungs in the ground under the streets. Sewer water flows up through the drains in a rainstorm. I see prophets on the walls like graffiti, painting out the truth. The sun sets, the sun rises, tired all the time, tired of it all. The city is laughing at this stroke of genius, crying the same sound each day. I breathe in the dust of tomorrow and pretend it is holy water on my head. Huh, I guess I didn't need ChatGPT for that. I just took those lines and spun this poetry myself. Alright, I think I'm going to go now. Until the next time, this is 999 Show signing off. I hope that you liked the random show. This random kind of thing. But I guess you didn't, did you? You know, it's boring. This is a boring thing to do. Well, later, guys. Come on back if you like. If not, that's fine too. Bye-bye.